Hello students. Today I will discuss chapter number 11, alcohols, phenols and ethers. And the topic for today is chemical reactions of alcohols and phenols. Okay, we have already done preparation of alcohols and phenols. See, in this chapter, ethers we will study separately. So we have done alcohols and phenols preparation. Now we will discuss chemical reactions of alcohols and phenols. Now if you see, these reactions are divided into three types. First is cleavage of OH bond, which is shown by both alcohols and phenols. Second is cleavage of CO bond in alcohols only. Phenols will not give this type of reaction, and then we will study some specific reactions of phenols. Okay, so the topic for today is the first type of reaction, that is cleavage of OH bond. And as I told you, this is shown both by alcohols and phenols. See, if I write any alcohol, suppose I write ROH, then it will show cleavage of this bond. And if I write phenol, you know that this is phenol, ONH, this is known as phenol, and this will also show cleavage of this OH bond. So we will be doing the first type of reaction, which is cleavage of OH bond. Rest two reactions I will discuss in separate videos. So let's move on. See, alcohols, chemical reactions we are discussing. First we are talking about alcohols. Alcohol can act both as nucleophile and electrophile. It means alcohols are versatile, we can say. It is given in your NCERT also, this word, that alcohols are versatile compounds as it can act both as nucleophile and as electrophile. Now how is it so? See, the bond between OH is broken, H plus goes out. Okay, this bond is broken and H plus goes out when alcohol act as nucleophile. Okay, this will be released as H plus. So in this case, the alcohols will act as nucleophiles. Okay, because oxygen has lone pair of electrons on it, so it will act as nucleophile since it is electron rich. Then the second case is the bond between CO is broken, and in this case alcohols will act as electrophiles. See, if this bond is broken, then here it will be minus and here it will be plus. So in this case these act as electrophiles. So what we can say that alcohols are versatile compounds. They can act both as nucleophiles and as electrophiles, and these two conditions I have explained to you. So on the basis of this condition only, we have two types of reaction, that is cleavage of OH bond that I told you in your previous slide, and the second type of reaction is cleavage of CO bond. And there is a special case for third type of reaction in which hydrogen of alkyl group and OH group both are involved. Okay, that we will study later on. Fine. So let's move on to our first type of reaction. So before that, let me tell you that one thing again, that what we are studying, reactions involving cleavage of OH bond we are studying. Reactions involving cleavage of OH bond we are studying. And in this category of reaction, we have to study two type of reaction. Okay, we have to study two types of reactions. The first is known as acidity of alcohols and phenols. Very important, acidity of alcohols and phenols, right? And the second category of reaction that we will study is esterification. This you have studied in your 10th, not 11th, in your 10th, right? So the first category is cleavage of OH bond, and this includes two types of reactions, acidity of alcohols and phenols, and the second category is esterification. So let's start up with our first type of reaction. See, as I told you, this is the first category of reaction that you need to study. Reaction involving cleavage of OH bond, and first category I am following the same pattern as given in NCERT. As you all know that your board paper, CBSE board exam paper comes from NCERT. So the first topic is acidity of alcohols and phenols. Now, in order to understand this, you know that if any of the compound releases H plus, then it is acidic in nature. Here what is happening? OH bond is breaking. See students, here OH bond is breaking. So what will happen? H plus will be released. This H plus will be released. So we can say that alcohols and phenols act as alcohols and phenol act as acids. Now let us see the detail. One thing you also know that substances which are acidic in nature give litmus paper test, but you need to remember that alcohols do not give litmus paper test. Okay, alcohols will not give litmus paper test. Alcohols and phenols also will not give litmus paper test. But how we will come to know that these are acidic in nature? See, what will happen? Alcohols and phenols react with active metals like sodium, potassium and aluminium to yield corresponding salt and hydrogen. So this property we have studied earlier, that acidic substances combine with metals to form salt and hydrogen. Similarly, what we will see, that alcohol combine with suppose sodium here to form sodium alkoxide, which is a salt, and release H2. So what we can say, that alcohol is acidic in nature. Similarly, if you see phenol, it will react with sodium to form sodium phenoxide and release H2. That is why this is also acidic in nature. Fine. See, this RONA is known as sodium alkoxide, and this C6H5ONA is known as sodium phenoxide. In addition to this, phenol reacts with NaOH also, aqueous NaOH, to form sodium phenoxide, but this reaction is not shown by alcohol. Okay. So students, what we have studied is that alcohols and phenols are acidic in nature, right? How we will come to know that? These react with metals. To form what? Salt plus hydrogen, H2 they release. And we have already seen three reaction in which alcohol is reacting with sodium. Again, then phenol is reacting with sodium, but phenol can also react with NaOH, and this reaction is not shown by alcohol. Now we will see later on that as this reaction is not shown by alcohol, so phenol is more acidic than alcohol. We will study in our next slides. And one more thing, see, you need to remember what? ROH. When this reacts and this bond is split, what entity do we get? We get RO minus, and this is known as alkoxide ion. You need to remember the name. And if this happen with phenol, if this bond is broken, what we will get? We will get this ion O minus, and this is known as phenoxide ion. Now, why you need to remember these names? Because these names will be used in the explanation. So, RO minus is known as alkoxide ion, and C6H5. This group is known as C6H5. O minus is known as phenoxide ion. I hope this much is clear to you. So, let's move on further. Now, see what is written. Acidity of alcohols we will study in details. The acidic character of alcohols is due to polar nature of OH bond. Now, an electron releasing group increases the electron density on oxygen, tending to decrease the polarity of OH bond. This decreases the acid strength. For this reason, the acid strength of alcohols decrease in the following order. See, this trend is given that primary alcohol are more acidic than secondary alcohol, which are in turn more acidic than tertiary alcohol. Now, the reason behind this, I will explain you. See, students, as I told you, ROH will split to form the ion RO minus, which is known as alkoxide ion. Now, we will study this in detail. Suppose if I take a primary alcohol, what will be the case? CH2OH is known as primary alcohol. So, it will split and form this ion. Okay, this is 1 degree ion. Now, if I take a secondary alcohol, then 2 degree alkoxide ion will be formed. This is an example of secondary alcohol, 2 degree. And if I take a 3 degree alcohol, so the ion formed will be this. Here also O minus is there. Okay, now see. Okay, now if you see, this R is having plus I effect. Okay, it will donate electron. Now, in this case, there is only one single R, but in this case, there are two R's in 2 degree. In 1 degree, there is only one R, but in 2 degree, there is 2 R. And in 3 degree, there are 3 R's. Now see, since there is negative charge and negative charge, so what will happen? This will be more stable in comparison to this and in comparison to this, because here there is only one R group. So it will increase the electron density on this oxygen. But here the increase will be more and here it will be more pronounced since there are 3 R. Okay. So, if we see the order of stability of these alkoxide ion, then this will be more stable. See students, this will be more stable and this will be more stable than tertiary. So, that is why what we have seen, the order of acidity will be in this order, which means 1 degree alcohol will be more acidic than 2 degree alcohol than 3 degree. I think the reason is clear to you. You will explain it on the basis of plus I effect. Here there is only 1 R, here there are 2 R's and here there are 3 R's. So the minus charge, negative charge density will be more here and it will be more unstable. Right? So this was the first series that we need to study in acidity of alcohols. Now see the next one. See this last point. What is written? Alcohols are, however, weaker acids than water. This again is an important point, that alcohols are weaker acid than water. Now, why this is so? Let us see this point. Why this is so? Now what we have to discuss here is that if we compare the acidity of water and alcohol, so water will be more acidic than alcohol. Again, we can give the same reason of inductive effect. See how we can give? See, water HOH will split, and what will be formed? OH minus ion. And here ROH will be splitting in alcohol, and what will be formed? Alkoxide ion. Now here, see students, you can see that here H will does not cause any increase in density of O minus, but here it will cause increase in density of O minus. So what will happen? This will be unstable, right? So what we see that water are more acidic than alcohol, since hydroxide ion is more stable in comparison to alkoxide ion. Again I am repeating, alkoxide ion is less stable than hydroxide ion due to plus I effect of R group. Okay, so it will be a weaker acid, or we can say contrary to this, it will be a stronger base. We can also say that it will be a stronger base if we say in the terms of basic character. Otherwise, in acidic term, what we will say that water is more acidic than alcohol. Fine. Now let's move on further. What we will discuss now, acidity of phenols. We have compared acidity of alcohols within itself, that is primary, secondary and tertiary, and we have compared acidity of water, and we have come to the conclusion that we can make the following series in which water is most acidic, then comes 1 degree alcohol, then comes 2 degree alcohol, and then comes 3 degree alcohol. We have studied this. Now let us see the case of phenol. See students, phenol are stronger acid than alcohols and water. So where we can place phenol? We can place phenol here. So this is the final arrangement. This is because when H plus is released from phenol, it forms phenoxide ion. I have already told you this ion is known as phenoxide ion, which is resonance stabilized. And this phenoxide ion will enter into resonance. That is why this phenoxide ion will be more stable. You can see NCERT, all the resonating structures are given in that. Fine. One second. So this phenoxide ion will be what? Resonance stabilized. That is why this phenol is more acidic than water, and then 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree alcohol. And in fact, phenol can convert blue litmus to red. Okay, this is most acidic and it can convert blue litmus to red. Blue to red. But alcohols and water will not give this test. You know that water will not give this test, and any of the alcohols will also not give this test, but this phenol will give this test since it is a stronger acid than water and alcohols. Fine. So let's move on to our next slide. See, now one more thing, we can see phenol can be substituted as well. Now, if phenol is substituted, then what will happen? In substituted phenols, presence of electron withdrawing group. this is known as electron withdrawing group, such as nitro group, will increase the acidic strength of phenol. Okay. Now, if there is electron releasing group present, which is alkyl group, then what will happen? It does not favor the formation of phenoxide ion, result in decrease in acidic strength. Okay, these two conditions you need to remember, that electron withdrawing group, since it will withdraw the electron, it will reduce the minus charge on the phenoxide ion. Okay, you know that phenoxide ion here O is having minus charge, and if any electron withdrawing group is attached, what will happen? It will delocalize this charge or disperse this negative charge and increase the acidic strength. But if electron releasing group plus I effect, you know CH3 is present, what will happen? It will make it more unstable, and so the acidic strength will decrease. Okay, these 2 points you also need to remember regarding substituted phenols. Okay. Now, let us move on to our second category and last category for today, that is esterification. I already told you we will discuss two type of reaction. First we have discussed, now I am discussing second type of reaction, that is esterification. See, alcohols and phenols react with carboxylic acid. You know, alcohols and phenols react with acids or acid chlorides or acid anhydrides to form esters. Okay, now see, here in the first example, what is given? CH3 CH2OH, and here acid is written. This is our alcoholic part. Okay, and this is our acidic part. This will combine to form ester, and you know the group present in esters is COOR. Okay, this group COOR is known as esters. Now, how you will understand that from where H will come and from where OH will come? You need to remember this, that this alcohol will release H, which will combine with OH. So we can show it this way. One second. This H and OH will release as H2O, and the rest compound we can combine CH3 CH2O, and from here we will start writing OCCH2CH3. This is known as ester. Okay. This was reaction between alcohol and acid. Again, see this reaction if we take place between alcohol and this is what? Acid chloride. Okay. Again, what we will do? We will remove H from here and Cl from here and combine rest of the compound to form ester. This compound is an example of ester. This reaction is known as esterification. Okay. Now, you need to remember 2-3 things here that I will tell you. See students, you need to remember that this group RC double bond O group is known as acyl group. Okay. And this, here one bond will be there. CH3C double bond O. If in place of R CH3 is written, then it is known as acetyl group. Why I am telling you this? Because in board exam sometimes specific name acylation. What we will say for this reaction? Acylation. And if R is there, we will say acetylation. This reaction will be known as acetylation. And if here it is C6H5C double bond O. Okay. This will be known as benzoyl. You need to remember this group is known as benzoyl group, and this reaction is known as benzoylation reaction. Okay. So if any specific name comes, you don't need to confuse. Okay. Now one more thing that I will discuss with you is that the reaction with acid chloride is carried out in the presence of pyridine. Okay, this is a reasoning question that is asked in exam, that esterification, when it is carried out with acid chlorides, then what happens? We use a base which is pyridine. Okay, which is pyridine. The question comes, why this is so? Because the HCl formed in this reaction, it will shift the equilibrium to right hand side again according to Le Chatelier's principle. See, I will tell you. Let me write down the reaction first. Suppose it is ROH plus RCOCl. Okay, this is what? A reversible reaction, and it takes place in the presence of pyridine. This is a reasoning question you need to remember. What will happen? This will be removed as HCl and the product formed will be ROCOR. This is ester. Now since and plus HCl. Now in the presence of pyridine, so as to neutralize this pyridine will combine with this HCl. Okay, what will happen then? It will shift the equilibrium to right hand side. Since it is consumed, this pyridine will combine with HCl. Since this is consumed, then the reaction will shift towards right hand side. That is why we use pyridine in this reaction. Now one last thing is left, the reaction to form aspirin. See, acetylation of salicylic acid produces aspirin. This term you need to remember, it comes in your conversion. What is an aspirin and how it is produced? We are going to see this. See students, 2-hydroxybenzoic acid, if I draw this and if I write COOH here and OH here, then this is known as salicylic acid. Salicylic acid. Okay, this is the common name, and IUPAC name will be 2-hydroxybenzoic acid will react with acetic anhydride. This CO whole twice, okay, O, and this reaction takes place in the presence of an acid to form aspirin. Okay, this compound, what will happen? COH will remain here and here OCOCH3 will be formed. This is known as acetyl salicylic acid or aspirin. This is what? Aspirin. Aspirin. Now aspirin is used as an analgesic, anti-inflammatory, and it has antipyretic properties as well. This compound you will study in your chemistry in everyday life. Okay, so plus CH3COH plus, this is the whole reaction. So you need to remember this as salicylic acid reacts with acetic anhydride. See, I forgot, I think this reaction with acetic anhydride is also known as esterification. So there are 3 compounds in your esterification reactions which can be used. First is simple alcohol and acid, then alcohol and acyl chloride, and alcohol and acetic anhydride can also be used, and this is an example of that reaction which forms aspirin, right? So this was all that we covered in our this first topic, cleavage of OH bond. 2 main topics were there. First was what? Acidity of alcohols and phenols. Okay, and second topic was esterification. I hope all these topics are clear to you. what I have discussed for today. Thanks for watching.